The following has been paid for by the Penn's World Order.
Well, that was a night of wrestling. WWE Elimination Chamber 2026 was confusing, to say the least. Was I bored? Was I confused? Yes. This is a hacks review of Elimination Chamber 2026. Lots of YouTubers have given you their recap. You've heard from the best. Now hear from the rest. Now, YouTube tells me that 90% of you who watch my videos are not subscribers. Please change that. Let's hit 85 subscribers before we get to WrestleMania. Now, WWE Elimination Chamber took place in Chicago. Didn't you know it took place in Chicago? Which is the home of CM Punk, which is in Chicago. Chicago is the home of CM Punk and AJ Lee. AJ Lee's from Chicago. Chicago's where CM Punk is from. Do you get what we're trying to say with this? Okay, WWE, we get it. Punk and Chicago, we get it. As if that wasn't bludgeoned into my skull throughout the night. 4 matches on the board. 62 minutes of wrestling in 3 hours. Hunter, we need to talk. I'll try and do this urinating tree style the best that I can. Let's get into it. The night kicked off with the cold open from CM Punk describing pressure and elimination chamber. Nice words coming from a man who's not even in any of the elimination chambers. But hey, Chicago. And all that chamber. Ugh. Anyway. Yeah. The night started off with the women's elimination chamber match. And all the women came parading out. They got into their pods. Alexa Bliss got in her pod. The next woman came out, looked at Alexa Bliss, got in her pod. Third one came out, looked at Alexa Bliss, and the next person then got in the pod. Fourth person came out, looked at Alexa Bliss, which was Rhea, looked at Bliss, blah, blah. Rhea gets in her pod. Speed it up. It was 8:22 before the thing started. Come on. Let's get with the giddy up. Come on. Work with me here, people. The entire match started off with Kiana James taking on Tiffany Stratton to start things out. And yes, excuse me, it is indeed Tiffy time, but I think Tiffy time's watch is broken. I don't care about Tiffany Stratton anymore, which sucks because I loved her Barbie entrance last year, but why does Tiffany Stratton need to be here? Oh, right. The woman who wins this takes on Jade Cargill, who hasn't defended her title in 100 days since she won it and just sits up in a suite like, can somebody get me a Pellegrino? I need a Pellegrino. Such is life. Where's my Pellegrino? Asuka was let out first and she did moves. Alexa Bliss came out next. She did moves. Rhea Ripley came out of her pod. I'm not saying Rhea Ripley being in a pod is kink shaming, but I'm kink asking why. And yeah, everybody started fighting. Everybody started throwing people around. Alexa Bliss gets eliminated first by Kiana James after Asuka spit mist in her face, and Alexa just rolls out of the ring after being pinned. I've been blinded. I have missed. I can't see. Where's the chamber door? I can't see. Where's the chamber door? I can't see. Then Raquel Rodriguez came out. I nearly said Rashad Raquel. Hockey's still on the brain. Then Raquel Rodriguez came out, and she started doing a lot of good stuff. Knocking people around, throwing someone through the plexiglass, and then stacks and pins Kiana James and Asuka at the same time. On the one hand, it was impressive to see Rodriguez do a Tiana bomb on Asuka onto Kiana James, which was cool to see. God damn, does Asuka deserve better than this? They're out, and that's left to the big, beefy women's matchup between Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez. Good. Both you women team up to take out Tiffany Stratton. No. Raquel just starts beating Rhea up, beats Tiffany up, goes to do a power bomb. or something to Tiffany, and Rhea cannonball off the top of a pod, gets Rodriguez, who tumbles, BME by Tiffany Stratton. 1, 2, 3. Well done, ladies. And it turns into Tiffany Stratton versus Rhea Ripley. And oh look, Rhea Ripley lost her tag title on SmackDown. Yep, Rhea wins and is going on to face Jade Cargill. She points at Jade Cargill, and we're getting Rhea and Jade Cargill. But isn't Rhea Ripley on Raw? Shut up, idiot, and watch the product. But Rhea Ripley's on Raw. Doesn't that? Shut up and watch the product, idiot. Up next was AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch, and there was at least 8 minutes of ads between these matches. I know there was only 4 minutes on the board, but these ladies did not deserve to be in the cool-down spot. But right after you know what would have worked here? A U.S. title shot. A women's U.S. title shot would have helped here. A men's U.S. A men's IC title. A tag match. Women's IC match between Becky Lynch and AJ Lee. I hate Becky's theme music. I hate it. AJ Lee comes out. I don't care about AJ Lee. I don't. She's not around enough for me to care. I'm not given a reason to care because she's CM Punk's wife. I don't care. I don't read the dirt sheets. I don't care that she's Punk's wife. I don't care. The match was fine. Becky had a neon green and black outfit that made it look like she was going to manage traffic after the event. The two ladies were fine, but obviously there were shenanigans. Becky undid the belt top turnbuckle cover, and as OSW has said, he who sets it up must take it. Becky eventually takes it after a ref bump and shenanigans, octopus hold, and AJ Lee wins. And the peasants rejoice. Yay. No, that's not me being snarky. It was actually a very mild response. Gee, it's like this is a feud that's been start and stop for the past 5 months. Enjoy your title reign, AJ, because Becky's going to be getting the belt back at Mania in some crazy stipulation match. But hey, you and your husband are going to have belts now. Next, speaking of, it was CM Punk versus Finn Balor for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. What's Drew McIntyre doing tonight? Shut up, idiot, and watch the product. So Finn Balor comes out, and it's fine. And then CM Punk comes out to the Michael Jordan, the 1990 Bulls dynasty, the bum. And now, and they actually got the Bulls announcer from the 90s to introduce CM Punk, which, okay, that looked cool. All right. Okay, fine. You got what you wanted. Big entrance, you know it. Look into my eyes. What do you see? The call to personality. Although, really nice Blackhawk themed trunks for CM Punk. That was a nice touch. Great job of using Chicago Blackhawks colors on his trunks. Nicely done. Other than that, this was match of the night by a country mile. Not that the bar was too high to get over. But these two had a really good match. Went out there, had a really good 20-minute match. I was into it. I was a little sold that Balor could have pulled it off. He did look down for his Judgment Day friends to try and save him, but they never came out. Balor tried to do it on his own. We got some good, ruthless, hard hitting from Finn Balor, and unfortunately, Punk was able to hit a go-to-sleep on Balor to win it at the 20-minute mark. It was a good match between these two. And there is a part of me that would like to see these two, I don't know, have a real feud. Not a filler feud during this time of year. Maybe a legit feud. And one that I could honestly believe that Finn Balor could win. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's just a WWE in this time. I don't know, but good match between the two. And out comes AJ Lee to celebrate with her hubby. Isn't that just wonderful? She goes to plant a kiss on her husband, but yeah, he's kind of bloody on his lips and all that. So yeah, that's kind of not gonna happen. Yeah. Let's just move it right along. So now it's time to find out what's in the box. What's in the box? What's it going to be? A human-sized box is there. And R-Truth shows up to tell us what's in the box. Papa John's Pizza. Get out of here. So the mystery crate reveals. We open it up, and it's Danhausen. Yeah. Danhausen. You know, the guy who was popular with a couple years ago. It's Danhausen. And he's dancing. He gives Michael Cole a jar of teeth. It's funny. He's wacky. Ooh. Okay. Cards out on the table. I do think Danhausen's funny. I just don't think WWE knows what to do with funny. They don't. We're going to get Danhausen in El Grande Americano stuff, aren't we? Danhausen's going to be in Alpha Academy. He's going to do funny stuff with R-Truth, isn't he? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Welcome, Danhausen, I think. Anyway, I still love that Danhausen. Next! And it's main event, everyone, as it's the Men Elimination Chamber. And everybody gets entrances. Everybody gets entrances. Okay. Trick Williams comes out first to his aura farming entrance. And whoop that trick. For 6 minutes this went on. Oh, God. 6 minutes this went on. And then up next, LA Knight, who comes down with a face with the guy who looks like he's not winning this match. Gets in his pod. Then Logan Paul comes out. Cool. Then Wendy comes out and slowly walks to the ring. Looks at a pod. Slowly walks to pod number 2. Slowly walks to pod number 3. Tries to climb on the cage. Thinks the better of it because he's nearing 50. And gets down, does his pose, and very slowly walks to his cage. Pick it up! But the two men that kick things off are Javon Evans. Oh my God. I get it. He's bouncy, but there's a man who comes running out when the camera gets done where he goes, yeah! I'm in the Elimination Chamber. Woo! Yeah! Jump in the crowd. Woo! Jump in the crowd again. Yeah! I'm Mr. Energy. Yeah! How many? Who gave Javon Evans 20 Red Bulls? Who? Did somebody tell him what we used to do with pixie sticks in the 90s? Who? Take it. Javon, you're here. We need you to be here. Oh, God. Lay off the coffee, Javon. I don't drink coffee. And then came Cody Rhodes. Yeah, I know. Cody got his entrance. Cody and Javon kicks it off, and it's fine. The two have a good match. It's the veteran versus the rookie. Out comes Trick Williams, who does stuff. Javon Evans is hanging around, and then up comes Logan Paul, who does things, and buckshot lariats. And then out comes LA Knight, who goes up the top to do a frog splash and slips. Da-da-da-da-da. And then lastly, it was Wendy. Now all 6 men are in the pool. Come on, let's go. Javon Evans gets eliminated after a frog splash and a pulverizer. Sure. Thank you for playing, Javon. Yeet! No, not that yeet. No, but woof, out you go. And then LA Knight gets eliminated after the dreaded roll-up of Doom from Logan Paul. Trick Williams gets gets eliminated by Logan Paul. And then Logan Paul gets eliminated. And then, well, here's where Trick Williams gets eliminated. And here's where we go cuckoo bananas. Because I gotta make sure I read this correctly. As Trick Williams is getting out, a hooded figure hits the ring. We're doing this crap. He hits the ring and hits Logan Paul, takes off the mask. But wait, we just saw a masked person on Friday. It was a decoy. It's not going to be anyone. It's Seth Rollins. He's back. Okay. All right. So Seth is back to get revenge on Logan Paul. But the two men that injured him are currently injured themselves. So we're going to run it back with Seth Rollins and Logan Paul at WrestleMania. Okay. And then, well, Seth Rollins is back. Okay. Fine. And it comes down to Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. Ooh. Okay, this has possibilities. A legacy reunion. The match we could have gotten over a decade ago before Cody went elsewhere. Not that there's anything wrong with that. And they have a good fight. Things go well. And in comes Drew McIntyre. Boot to the head on Cody Rhodes. Title to the back of the head. Back of the head. Drew gets a headbutt. And then Orton RKO on Cody. 1, 2, 3. Wendy wins the Elimination Chamber. Oh. Okay. So Drew's going to continue to be a complete dick to Cody Rhodes. Okay. And we're going to get Randy and Drew. I'm fine with that. Okay, I'm fine. You know, Orton's going for his 15th world title. Sure, I mean, okay, time to give him a good run himself, and sure, maybe we get Randy and Drew. I'm fine with that, but wait! Nick Aldis has had enough and says on the post show, we're going to get Cody and Drew on SmackDown this coming Friday. So Cody just lost Elimination Chamber and lost a title shot, but gets another one on Friday? And oh, wait, I can already tell you what's going to happen. Cody's going to win the title back, and it's going to be Cody versus Randy. I am fucking Nostradamus. So what was the point of the chamber? Why put Cody in the chamber? Why? Cody already had his last chance. We did a 3 stages of hell thing. Why? What was the point of this whole show? 4 matches. Punk and Balor was the best. Other than that, everything else. AJ and Becky. AJ wins, you're a transitional champion. Rhea wins fine, but her winning doesn't make sense because she's not on the same brand. You have Randy win it just to take the belt off of Drew next week. And then what's Drew McIntyre going to do? What, him and Jacob for nothing? Elimination Chamber was confusing. Me being ADHD, I hate confusing. Mania's in 6 weeks. God help us all. Maybe I should venture to AEW. Maybe I should see what's happening in AEW land later this month. We'll catch you next time. The road to WrestleMania is now the road to ruin.